Artificial intelligence has been sold to us as a neutral tool that can combine human creativity and wisdom with the speed and power of a computer. Why? To massively enhance human capability. Now, that promise might already be impacting your life. In some cases, AI decides who gets a loan, who gets a job, and who the police come looking for. But the question is, do we need that? Abeba Birhane, a cognitive scientist listed by Time magazine among the 100 most influential people in AI in 2023, says we just don't.
The AI systems that are that are being built are inherently incapable of being used, to actually benefit individual people. So, we really have to flip the current AI systems as they currently exist.
Birhane argues that AI systems, the way they've been built so far, aren't meant to be good for people, that they are deeply biased, and that this reality won't change as long as we live in a world driven by capitalism. Let's go through it step by step, starting with bias.
There is a massive body of evidence that has shown time and time and time again, AI systems always, without exception, encode and sometimes exacerbate, societal norms, societal biases, whatever exists within society. And this is because, most AI systems require massive amounts of data to train, fine-tune, and so on.
Studies have shown that in the US, minorities were historically less likely to get loans, and systems trained on that data today also disproportionately reject minority applications for loans. Similarly, in hospitals, studies show past data is more likely to disadvantage minority patients when it comes to selecting what kind of treatment they receive. So AI-driven systems take the sins of the past and amplify them in the present.
Whether you are looking at, AI systems that are being used in hiring, in deciding social welfare system, social welfare benefits, whether in healthcare, you look at any of these domains, you find, massive amount of evidence showing, very clearly that these systems disproportionately negatively impact, exclude people that tend to be excluded from social welfare benefits, unfairly tend to be people, with migrant-sounding names, people that are, often disfranchised in the medical space.
Dr. Birhane has also founded and runs an AI accountability lab that audits whether AI models indeed deliver what they claim to do and be. One of the examples they've studied is that of AI companions. These are models marketed to be your next friend, girlfriend, or therapist.
It's helpful if you share key details. For example, the situation or context, challenges you faced, what you did or would do.
Most of the time, these products are sold as something that can help you develop your social skills, that can help you develop communication skills so that you can go out and, communicate and socialize with actual people in the world. What you find is like the opposite of an actual healthy relationship, but rather a design and a system built to create dependency and to trap you into really spending as much time as possible on these apps.
But the impact goes beyond that. As the lab found, there are more problematic biases built into the system. Take this example where the racial identity of an AI companion was locked behind a paywall.
One of the things we have found is, like, for example, with some of the companions, you can purchase a skin color for your companion, for example. And so for some of them, purchasing a white skin color for your companion would cost more than, having a darker skin or a yellow skin for your companion.
And it gets worse. Some groups estimate that over 30 people have killed themselves because of AI chatbots such as ChatGPT, Character, and OpenAI. In most of these cases, accountability remains a question mark even years after the tragedy.
There is actually a database that keeps track of incidents, young people dying, committing crimes, and so on, because they have been given, line by line instructions from AI systems like ChatGPT. The case of Adam Rain, he was a 17-year-old boy in the US, for example. That is something that has become widely known. In his case, for example, he was, the court cases showed that he was actively instructed by ChatGPT to take his own life.
So why is this happening? Why are systems that were supposed to enhance human capability harming those humans instead? According to Dr. Birhani, the motivation behind these systems has always been wrong.
Because everything is driven by capitalism means at the core of, the business model of large AI companies like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, and so on, is really, maximizing profit, maximizing influence, and maximizing power. As a result, both the AI systems that are being built are inherently incapable of being used, to actually benefit individual people. First of all, a lot of the societal issues are political and cultural and sociological, not systems, not problems that can be solved by AI systems. So this is often referred to as tech solutionism.
So is AI in its current form a problem rather than a solution? And if it is, how do we even begin to create an AI ecosystem that benefits us all? Dr. Birhani says the solution lies in thinking small scale.
If you look at communities such as the Maori community in New Zealand, they have shown that, it's possible to build, they have built language technologies, machine translation, and so on. They have done it in a way that follows, the think about us without us principle. So they collected their own data, they label, categorize and prepare their own data. They build their own models. They keep their data in their own servers, and there is no capitalist motivation. The very idea of building the language model or the language technology is rather driven by the objective of, resuscitating their dying language to ensure that the younger generation knows about the language that's dying. It's purpose-driven, as opposed to the current AI systems that we are seeing, like large language models that are driven without purpose and are just like floating around looking for purpose. So yeah, we really have to flip the current AI systems as they currently exist.
AI systems as they currently exist depend on power-hungry data centers, which consume unprecedented amounts of electricity and water, adding a precious cost to a world already battling climate catastrophes. It's simply unsustainable, which Dr. Birhani argues leaves us with the possibility of local, small-scale AI solutions instead of today's massive, all-purpose systems.
If we are to think about AI for genuine good, we also have to get rid of a lot of, common ideas like scaling up. So large scale, scale often comes at a cost. Why do we need scale? So the reason why the Maori is managing to actually do something meaningful is that it's purpose built. It's specifically for, for a given objective, for a specific community. So the more you scale it up, the more you kind of like you lose that purpose.
What do you think? Should AI be out of the hands of big tech and more in the hands of local problem solvers? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.